Happy Saturday, guys. Thanks for joining us for this week's Take 5. This cold weather might have you craving some comfort food, maybe some breakfast tacos, and we've got the perfect place for you. Check out Loredo Tortilleria. Well, on cold days like this, something that makes me feel better is some authentic Mexican food, and that's exactly what they have here at Loredo's Tortilleria in Edinburg, and they have way more than just tortillas here. And I'm here with the owner, Manny Loredo. Now, Manny, thank you so much for letting us into your shop here. We're so excited to try some food.
To have you guys here.
So what inspired you guys to start Loredo's Tortilleria?
Well, this happened roughly about 3 years ago. I was a car salesman working long hours, and I wanted a different life. And despite the success I was having, I was just working too many hours. And I met the owner of a tortilleria one day. I sold him a car, and I said, I think I know what I want to do. So I went home that day, called my wife on the way home, called my parents, and here we are now.
Okay, so I want to get into the food that you guys have. Like I mentioned, they don't just have tortillas, but I was seeing back there, we've got some panchos, we've got some sincronizadas, we have so much. You know, you guys are a scratch kitchen.
Absolutely.
What does that look like to you?
So every order that is placed, the order is not made until the order has been placed. So everything's made from scratch, and this goes for the entire menu across the board. You order, we make it. Nothing is sitting back there. We don't have bins of bacon and egg or chorizo and egg. So that is something that sets us apart from other tortillerias. Here, we make it from scratch.
Okay, so what does kind of the process look like when you come in? Like, what are people doing? Like, what's that look like in the morning?
So we have roughly a 4 to 5 lady crew every day. We have 2 ladies that are strictly prepping all day while the rest of the crew is making the plates and the breakfast tacos. And it's 8 hours of chaos, but it's fun. We enjoy what we do. We listen to music, we dance. It's a good time in here. Everyone loves to be here.
If there was one thing that I have to try on your menu, what would you say it is?
It has to be the barbacoa. We sell it every day. We slow cook it overnight every night.
Okay, well, what do you say we try some barbacoa tacos?
Let's do it.
Because I gotta see how good this is. Okay, let's do it. You guys, these are the best barbacoa tacos I've ever had, and I don't mean that lightly. I love barbacoa tacos. These are the best ones.
What we do here is we make it as lean as possible to make sure we have satisfied returning customers.
It tastes like a hug. It tastes so good. It doesn't feel heavy at all. And the salsa, is that handmade?
Yes, it is.
I knew it. I felt it. Okay, so if people do want to get some barbacoa tacos, some sincronizadas, some panchos, where can they go to get that order?
Loredo's Tortilleria.
And where can people find you?
3600 South Sugar Road, Suite E.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and eat the rest of this taco off camera. Come check them out, guys. They're delicious, and I know that you guys are going to love them too.
Hi guys, Heather here with the next Take 5 Off. I'm here with our friend Magali Mares, or I like to call her Lolly. Lolly, thanks so much for coming on again.
Thank you for having me.
And we're so excited about today's Take 5 Off because ladies, it is for you. We are talking eyelash extensions. I love eyelash extensions. It makes it so easy to get ready in the morning, right?
Exactly, yes. So that's the nice part about it, that waking up, you already look ready.
I know, I love it. And so tell us about the discount.
So it's actually $20 off any eyelash extension set, and you can choose from classic, hybrid, volume, and mega volume, which will give you either a really natural look or a really dramatic look.
And so let's talk a little bit about the process. I know that I'm gonna be your model today, and we're gonna kind of show how how it works, but tell us a little bit about it, people that never got them before. What is the maintenance on them? Give me some more information.
So eyelash extensions compared to maybe like clusters or other eyelash techniques is basically applied onto each natural individual lash. So each lash gets a little eyelash extension, either a single lash or a little handmade fan, and that makes it so special. Takes a little while, but it's worth it.
Husbands, you heard it, holidays, Valentine's Day is coming up, so that's such a good gift for your wife or your girlfriend or just, you know, your friends.
Yeah, it's a good way to pamper yourself.
And Lolly, we have to talk about other services that you do because you have specials all the time, right? People need to follow you on Instagram. Tell us a little bit about those specials that you have right now.
So I try to have specials from time to time, and we'll give you discounts on maybe like eyebrow services, eyelash extensions, makeup, or facials, or any kind of service that I actually provide.
Yeah, awesome. So we're excited to get these eyelash extensions. Anything else that anybody needs to know before we do this or before they call and book?
Be ready to relax for a few minutes or a couple of hours maybe, but it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah, so I'm so excited. What did you say we get started?
Yes, I'm ready.
And don't forget, you guys can get this discount, $20 off
Any new lash set.
any new lash set. So call right now, book. All right, let's get started.
You don't have to consider yourself an artist to be a part of this studio, and they're opening the doors to everyone at Hands in Art Studio. Take 5's Trista Castillo has the story.
Have you ever wanted to get in art or painting in general? Well, we're at the perfect place. We're in downtown Mission at Hands in Art Studio with manager Lucy Lockhart. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you for stopping by.
Now, I heard a lot about this place, and it's a sip and paint place, but what else do you guys offer?
We offer a lot of different classes, like a wide variety. So we have our most expensive classes. Our 6-week course entails learning all about the wheel. So you'll be able to learn how to throw, how to trim, how to make something with a handle, either like a mug or something like that, and then you'll get more in-depth training as far as the ceramic world on the wheel. We have our sip and spins, which is the wheel course, but it's shorthand. So that one's only 2 hours long, and you'll get to throw a piece on the wheel and then be able to glaze it afterwards. The same with hand building. We have a hands in clay, which you can come in. You can hand build anything that you want to hand build.
People get creative here.
They get very, very creative. And we're if people don't know what they want to make, we're just think of something that you want to maybe put in your house or do something like that. Or we do themed hand building courses as well.
Yeah, you have the sculptures, you have the painting, you have the classes. There's just so many different variety of classes. Now, I know you're telling me too that children actually come here for summer camps. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Last year we did 8 weeks of summer camp. It was so interesting, but it was great. It was absolutely wonderful. We had so many kids come through here, and we try to inspire them to do something that's on theme, and sometimes they come up with the most creative things that you could ever think of.
Artists are born here, pretty much. And for someone who is a beginner, just like myself, how can I book, or how can anybody book?
You can go to the website. Usually all of our classes are on the website, and we post on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Awesome. When you said we actually can paint today, so what are we going to paint today?
I think you guys can do pottery painting would be really good for you.
And so can people just come in and just pick their ceramic piece and just go ahead and start painting?
Yes, they'll come to us, they'll let us know the colors. Oh, you'll get glaze, you'll be able to glaze your piece. You're gonna leave it here, we'll fire it for you. When you get it back, it'll be all nice and shiny and pretty. And then
Oh, cool. So you actually do that too?
Yes.
Okay, well, what do you say we get started?
Yes.
I think I want to do salt and pepper. It looks so cute.
And coming up tomorrow, we keep the creative content flowing and introduce you to a place that's creating music boxes. But for now, when Take 5 returns, pinning butterflies and framing bugs, this place is definitely keeping things odd in the RGV. All the details coming up next. Collecting bugs, pinning butterflies, this place is definitely keeping things different in the Valley, and Take 5's Millicent Olivares is at the first oddity shop in the RGV.
What has 2 giant wings, 8 long, creepy legs, and a ton of daggering pins and needles? Your new hobby, of course. And we've got just the place to help you get started. Located in McAllen, the Ecocentric Spot is the RGV's first oddity shop. Owner and founder Jasmine Leal tells us she decided to share her hobby of insect taxidermy by opening her own store in January of this year.
So I originally started with insect taxidermy first. I started as a hobby. It was actually in the middle of the pandemic when I discovered this hobby. And eventually I collected from other collectors, but I wanted to make my own taxidermy, and that's how I put everything together. And I just wanted to sell out to people because it's not a thing here in the Valley, but it is a thing in Austin, San Antonio, so I wanted to bring that here, and eventually I made the Ecocentric Spot.
Full of unique specimens, skulls, and art pieces, the shop caters to those looking to learn more about taxidermy, or to those looking to add different species to their own collection.
So basically we have preserved insects, we have taxidermy, we have wet specimens, skulls. It's basically all things put together in one store.
Along with inventory that Jasmine keeps up to date, she has also begun to host terrarium and pinning workshops that have featured an Aurora jewel beetle, a wolf spider, and my personal favorite, the Heterometrius laeoticus scorpion.
Jasmine and I are going to give you a little preview of what a workshop looks like.
These workshops were specifically for the people who wanted to learn what I learned. It's just a fun thing, like interactive to, either you want to do it with friends or family, but it's basically you get to preserve your own insect, and I have different insects for each class.
The pinning process itself takes a bit of patience and practice, but the end result is a special work of art that is yours to keep.
So you can come, you can do this, and you can take this home with you.
Yeah.
Or you can also leave it here, and Jasmine will put it beautifully in a little frame, and then you can take your something home.
So if you're looking to try something new, Jasmine recommends you to stop by to get an in-person look for yourself.
I do recommend people to come because pictures don't really look the same in real life. I think it looks better in person. So I do recommend to come. So yeah, check it out.
The Ecocentric Shop is located at the 10th Street Plaza in McAllen. For more information on upcoming workshops, make sure to follow their social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. For Take 5, I'm Millicent Olivares.
When Take 5 returns, a festival bringing culture and heritage to the RGV. All the details coming up next.
The following segment is supported by Museum of South Texas History.
If you've ever wanted to experience the ranch life, the Museum of South Texas History is bringing the culture and heritage back to life at Ranch Fest 2024. And joining us today is Pamela Morales Hendricks to give us all those details. Pamela, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for inviting. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, it kind of sounds like the museum's getting ready to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we are preparing Ranch Fest. So normally it has been Pioneer Ranching Crafts Day, but we decided to shorten it to Ranch Fest and really focus on ranch life and culture. So before we had the Pioneer Ranching Crafts Day, we had different activities such as weaving. We would have people use cotton cards and sort of differentiate what a cotton is and wool, and how people would make clothes out of the cotton and wool. And so this time we just felt that maybe it was time to focus more on that ranch life and culture. So we're just really excited. We're ready.
It sounds like a good time. So when you say ranch life, like what exactly does that mean to you?
So for us, I think because we do have a permanent, in one of our part of the permanent exhibit, Rio Grande Legacy, we really do focus on ranch life. And South Texas really is, into the 1800s, ranching became a really big thing, and that's sort of what drove the economy down here. And I think it also has a little bit of that indigenous culture as well. There are some things that the indigenous and the Spanish colonizers really infused. So for us, it just is honoring that past, because there are a lot of South Texas families that, you know, they got a land grant and their families did ranching. Many of them, though, don't have the ranch anymore, but I do know that there's a lot of family stories that are passed down talking about, oh, el rancho, right? And so we just felt that it's a way to honor and celebrate that.
Perfect. Well, at what time and when does this event take place?
So it will take place February 10th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will be at the Museum of South Texas History in Edinburgh. It is regular admission. Normally we do have free Saturday morning, except during special events. And so Ranch Fest is a special event for us. So we will be charging regular admission, which is $9 for adults, for seniors $6, and then children between the ages of 4 through 12, that's $5, and children 3 and under are free.
Perfect. And people can get those tickets there at the museum, is that right?
Yes, we are charging at the front door. We are not selling tickets online.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Pamela. You know, we're really excited for this Ranch Life celebration.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, make sure you make it out to Ranch Fest at the Museum of South Texas History, Saturday, February 10th. For more information, visit mosthistory.org. There are hundreds of furry friends looking for a forever home in the RGV, and maybe you can take this one home today. Our Millicent Olivares has this week's Pet of the Week.
It's another week and we've got another cute, adorable little furball here. This is Drew. He is 4 weeks old. He's teeny tiny, such an adorable little baby, as you can see. And he is along with his mom as well as 5 other siblings at the Weslaco Animal Care Services, looking for their new forever home. And we know that someone that's out there watching today can get it for them. The number that you see on your screen, like I said, is going to reach the Weslaco Animal Care Services to get this little furball or any of the animals they have available into your home. Now, he is a German Shepherd mix, so he's gonna get a little big, maybe about 40, 50 pounds, but that's a lot of extra love for you to have in your home. Of course, we also want to acknowledge all of the help that the RGV gave during the Arctic freeze to the Weslaco Animal Care Services, blankets, so many donations to help these little love bugs. So if you are not able to adopt or foster, please continue with those donations, as we know it is going to continue to be a pretty cold winter. Now, all of the fees are waived and there are no neuter or spay charges either. So make sure that you call the number on your screen to get one of these little furry, adorable babies into your home. For Take 5's Pet of the Week, I'm Millicent Olivares.
Looking to volunteer this new year, this organization is looking for people to help children who have lost a loved one. Today we have a special guest joining us to talk about a remarkable organization. The Children's Bereavement Center, RGV, is a place of healing and transformation, and they're dedicated to supporting children who have experienced the loss of a loved one. Joining us now is the director of the nonprofit, Ernest Espinosa. Thank you so much for joining us, Ernest.
Thank you so much. We appreciate being here.
You know, grief is something that's unique to everybody, and everybody's different. So I really want to commend you for the work that you're doing in the RGV.
Thank you. It really is a lot of volunteers that we have, board members, counselors and interns, and it's just a wonderful group of folks that really came together especially in 2017 when we started our Harlingen Center. And now we just started one in 2023 in McAllen, so now we have 2 centers to help the Valley.
Yeah, actually, can you go into that really quick? You know, how did you guys begin? What has that journey been like? And, you know, how are you guys doing today?
Well, I'll tell you, we started in 2017 helping 217 clients. And now we have helped over 3,300 clients. So we're so excited that we can continue with the McAllen Center. Now that we have 2 large centers helping out the Valley, it's so important that we still get donations and we still get volunteers, because we're actually free for our community. We have therapeutic rooms, 7 of them in each of the centers. We use play, drama, art, and music to help support our children. But we also help not just the children, but ages 3 to 24 young adults and their entire family. So that's the wonderful and the beauty of this. Whoever's suffering, we can also support and help them also.
You mentioned volunteers. Are you guys open for some new volunteers, or how does that work?
Yes, right now we have, we're trying to open up our group sessions because the demand is so great in Harlingen. In McAllen, since we're so new, we're still getting, we started out this year helping over 250 clients in McAllen. It's better than what we started in Harlingen, and I know the number is going to go up, so we definitely are looking for volunteers.
Now, if people can't commit to volunteering right now, how can they help the center?
They can go to cbc-rgv.org and just donate. They can donate through our Amazon online, or they can donate basically cash or whatever. They can send a check to us. Every dollar helps. It costs approximately $150 for a therapeutic hour. And the wonderful thing is, we don't charge anything, not even insurance.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for all of the work that you guys are doing here in the RGV. We really appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, we encourage our viewers to reach out and consider being a part of this impactful community. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning with us. If you'd like to rewatch the show or any of our shows, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at KRGV5. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 for more fun.